What is the falling away?
Thessalonians says that before Jesus can return, there must be the falling away. And so what is that? Well, the word itself is the word apostasy. It's from two Greek words which means to stand apart, to have stood in one place and then to stand apart. I use some illustrations in that chapter that are pretty sad. One is about a pastor who was well known as a speaker and writer, and one day got up and told his church that his marriage was over, that it wasn't going to survive, and then told them about an even more important divorce, and that he didn't believe in God, and that he believed that he was going through a deconstruction of his faith. This is so prevalent today, friends, that there's actually a new word to describe it. It's called not evangelical, exvangelical. So many people who are walking away from the faith. These are not believers who are falling away. These are people who never were believers but went through the motions of it and at least were professing believers, and they're walking away. And the Bible says in the tribulation period there's going to be a great departure from the faith, of falling away and apostasy. That's in the tribulation period, but here we are today, and it's happening today. I almost don't want to read the Christian news sites because every time I turn around, somebody that I know about is saying, I'm not a Christian. I wasn't a Christian. There's a guy up north I read about, and I told his story without mentioning his name. He decided he was going to put God on trial for a year. He said, I'm not going to read my Bible. I'm not going to pray. I'm not going to go to church. I'm not going to do anything. And I'm going to see if God survives. Well, he gets to the end of the year and he decides, I don't believe there is a God. He was a pastor of an evangelical church, but he was not a believer, because you cannot be a believer and be an apostate. If you are a believer, a genuine believer, you don't do that. So what's happening is a lot of people are in the churches who claim to be believers, but they're not. And then when the trouble comes or when stress comes, they walk away. And the damage that's done is huge.
Dr. Jeremiah explores how Bible prophecy intersects with culture and events we are witnessing right outside our door. Order Where Do We Go From Here book or set today.